Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Stasia Bliss, where we talk about Kundalini awakenings and all things life force management. This video is going to be probably one of a series because I wanted to address supplements that could be supportive to your awakening journey. I've had that request, and I think that I'm going to cover this in a couple of different videos. But first of all, if you have not picked up a copy of The Biology of Kundalini by Jana Dixon, I do about 30 videos reading from there, and I am going to pick back up where I left off come this summer because it is a chunk. But those videos can be found on this channel, and she does go into a lot of these things in the reads. It can be I read and discuss, so it's not just me reading the book. Read and discuss, a lot of really good juicy information. So we'll extract some of that from there. Let's talk about receptor site sensitivity, especially for some of the hormones that we like to keep around, like dopamine. Fish oil, let's just start there. Fish oil, and also the other omega fatty acids. So fish oil is omega-3. We also have 6, which is important. And these are important for all the brain functions and actually for the uptake of all the vitamins and minerals. So if you don't have enough of your essential fatty acids, also called EFAs, which fish oil, flaxseed oil, hemp seed oil are, and of course there's omega-9s, but we do get the 9s more in our eating. Omega-3s we tend to not get as much, and we have to supplement them. So a good fish oil is going to get your omega-3s, and of course the flax or the hemp oil. Hemp oil I think has 3 and 6, and flax oil I think is just 6. That will give you the ability to have your receptor sites open and sensitive to hormones like dopamine. Let's see. Also, the essential fatty acids are important because when your nervous system is sensitized, it can inflame. It can be like, whoa, what's happening with all this Kundalini energy? And it can kind of like go through an inflammatory response. This is also because the mylar sheath has not been fortified. So the fish oil or the essential fatty acids can help with this inflammation and help code and manage the nervous system so that it is taken care of properly. So really, really important. Let's talk about dopamine for a moment. Like, we want to have this feel-good hormone, and it can be depleted in an awakening. So if you have extreme Kundalini burnout, especially, you could be missing some happy hormones, but also that's because of the nutrition that is depleted. So I personally like to take mucuna. Mucuna is like, it's an herb. It's used in Ayurveda, I'm pretty sure, but it does help stabilize dopamine levels, among other things, like support human growth hormone and some other things. I really appreciate the benefits from that herb. Mucuna pruriens, I think is how you say it. And then you've got herbs like nettle. Nettle is going to be very nourishing. Remember, you don't touch the stinging nettle. If you're harvesting the nettle, you want to do it with gloves on and blanch it in boiling water. Or you can just get nettles in tea form or in supplement form. Or you can eat it if you've blanched it, and so it's no longer stinging anymore. And then you get like a lot of these nutrients that get depleted during a burnout. Also, red clover is a very good source of iron. Iron can be depleted, and any of your vitamins, minerals can get depleted in the process of dandelion. Dandelion is also good because it works on the liver. And here's something I'm learning. I'm studying astrology and herbology right now because I am an herbalist and I do know some astrology, but I'm studying with a man who has put these together really beautifully. He's talking about dandelion and its affinity with the liver and how it does help the liver move these impurities, but it's also, the liver is also so associated with the planet Jupiter, which is very expansive energy. So a Kundalini awakening is going to be a Jupiterian experience where we're expanding, we're blowing stuff out. The liver is really greatly affected. And so to manage that increase of the Jupiter energy, which can make us feel depleted and exhausted in a burnout, in a conjunction, dandelion can help the liver to manage that. And it also does have a great amount of nutrients in it as well. Ginseng is an adaptogen. It also can help the body with stamina, right? Okay, I'm going to show you a couple products that I love. This I didn't find till later. I was using a combination that is in this, and I'll talk about that. Mana is a current brand that I really like. They have these little pouches, and in them is ormus and shilajit. Those are the main 200 grams or 1,000 grams of each. Those are like my two favorite supplements. So I was always searching for ormus. And if you don't know what that is, I do have a video on it. I also have articles online about it. If you just search my name and ormus, O-R-M-U-S, you should find some of my articles on the Guardian Liberty Voice. And maybe I wrote one on there on basmati.com. But definitely on Basmati, I talk about shilajit. And I think I might even have one on Guardian Liberty Voice, but you can search my name and shilajit, or my name and ormus, or ormus gold. Ormus is consciousness elements. So definitely when you're going through a Kundalini awakening and you're having to grasp new concepts and new ideas, ormus is an amazing product. It really helps your consciousness get up to speed. They've also added in this the shilajit, which is super densely mineral rich. Here is just plain shilajit. I do think that their sourcing is probably better. But shilajit, it kind of looks like a black tar, and it comes from the Himalayan mountains, and you just need like the tiniest bit of it. I know it kind of looks like tar. Some bad companies probably do use tar. But anyway, they call it destroyer of weaknesses in the Ayurvedic texts. And so it really helps to remineralize. It's full of fulvic acids and other nutrients. And so it's really helping the body to deal with an increase of vital energy and Kundalini, and really, really good at helping the body detox as well. So if you take too much, you really just start with like a pinhead amount. Otherwise you detox maybe a little too fast, but the mana packets are a great blending of this, and they use the Dead Sea waters where they get their ormus source from. But I also use, it's called Nova, a Dead Sea mineral blend, and it has ormus in this too. So this comes from a company that I highly recommend, that is blueemeraldalchemy.com. I've used so many of their products. They kind of take you on stages through like your awakening journey. They have this Altera, which is a monatomic gold. They have a rhodium iridium. They also have one for working with your abundance field called Current. But this is their basic ormus Dead Sea mineral blend, and you just take like a teaspoon of it a day. Super good to remineralize you. Back in the day, I used kava a lot during my awakening because it's very calming to the nervous system, and it gets you into a more relaxed state. Kava is also a nervine, so it is feeding the nerves, and it just like makes you be a little bit more chill about what's going on. Now, I have a video on neti pots. If you've never used a neti pot, neti is really great. It opens up the psychic channels. Not only does it clear out the nasal passageway, but it helps you access the pineal gland's properties, like it's the benefits of an open pineal gland, clears out the head, allows you more clarity of mind. And if you use this Pranavada Nasya oil, You just think of nasya. It basically helps. They use the herb brahmi in here, which is a really great clarity herb to help you open up. Ayurveda has a lot of great herbs for Kundalini awakenings. Another one I really like, did I bring it in here, is called Haritaki. Oh, it's right here. This is a company that calls it Third Eye Awakening, but it's basically Haritaki. I think they don't blend anything else in here, but this specifically is helping to target the third eye, and it's also very cleansing. And so I usually do just one of those at night, especially when I'm in like a jumping to the next level phase. Another thing that's great is high frequency rose water, rose oil. I used to use rose oil in my body oil a lot, but its frequency is so high, so it helps your body to adjust to higher frequencies. Love that. And along those same lines, sandalwood oil. So this is just one brand that I like, but sandalwood is traditionally known in India to open the third eye. It's generally used in a sandalwood paste, which I also have and like to use, but you just apply it over the third eye. And the frequency and the scent of it does help to bring clarity. Remember, this is the most important psychic center when you're first going through an awakening. And I talked about that in yesterday's video, cultivating the witness. Well, things like the haritaki, the sandalwood, that are all working on third eye opening, really helpful, okay? The minerals and stuff are remineralizing your system because you're depleting yourself. Now, I also mentioned yesterday B vitamins. Definitely think B vitamins are great. I didn't bring it in here, but nutritional yeast is actually a great source of natural B vitamins, including B12. And you can actually, if you don't, like I like to put on everything, toast, rice, like baked potatoes, but you can also just put a tablespoon in hot water and drink it like a tea. Really, really like brothy and nourishing to the system. So I definitely recommend that. Remember, this is not medical advice. I'm an herbalist, but I'm also speaking as a Kundalini guide, specialist, and a spiritual teacher, spiritual guide, just to offer you what I personally have used. Up to you if you want to try it, if it sounds like it resonates to you. If not, then just leave it behind. Okay, what else did I want to mention? I do love spagyrics, especially the more I study them, and in the course I'm taking right now, which eventually I'll be able to take your birth chart and look at it and tell you what is best for you to utilize to balance your whole system. But there's two brands that I really like. The first one, The Alchemist, I've known him for years, Phoenix Aurelius. He's in Ogden, Utah. I'm trying to remember the name of, you kick my butt, I can't remember the name of his company, but I can put that down below. And then I just also found, these are the people that run the school I'm in, Natura Sophia. This is a wild rose spagyric. Now I grabbed this. This is a newer thing that I'm taking now, but I do notice that it really helps with heart healing. The thing I did before for that same thing was I got an Ormus Gold from the company Harmonic Enterprises, INNER prizes, Enterprises. And they have Ormus in spray form. They also have it in powder form, and they have a pink Ormus. I don't have a bottle of it right now, but that's what I used to use for the heart opening. The pink resonates with the heart. And it helps you release trapped emotions in the heart. I thought I'd give this a try, and boom, bingo, this wild rose spagyric, like immediately, I experienced immediate heart clearing with that. So that also is a beautiful one. So I'm thinking back to early in my awakening process, and definitely Ormus, definitely Shilajit, definitely, I mean, those are the two main kickers. Oh yeah, Kava, what I've already mentioned, and the Haritaki. And then on another note, I utilized a lot of sound remedies. So one company I love is called Visionary Music. I will put their link below, but Visionary Music has all these DNA activating soundscapes, and there's some healing soundscapes and shamanic soundscapes, but I think you can just listen to them on their site, or they might have some on YouTube. Beautiful. They're called Shapeshifter music. Really beautiful stuff. I listen to that a lot, helping my body attune to new frequencies. Also, crystals, especially like rounded spherical crystals. This is from the company Gemisphere, and they specialize in just the rounded stones because of the way they bounce the energy of the crystal into your auric field. So this one's specifically meant to help the physical body detox from chemicals, detox from like any substances, or just help a weak organ to become stronger by purifying it. I've had a bunch of their different necklaces over the time. I often end up giving them to people who need them. So that's the only one I currently have, but I've used a lot of their stones for different reasons during the awakening process, and they are beautiful. Their pure quartz crystal can really help you entrain with the new energy. It's one of the maybe less expensive ones. Carnelian is a really powerful one for connecting with the life force, working with that energy. Yeah, I mean, they have a whole site on this stuff, but I do recommend using crystals in that way, different than like a chunk of crystal, which can, you know, give you a cool frequency in the room. These are specifically designed to enter your auric field and continually bounce that frequency around until your field actually shifts, which is pretty cool. Okay, what else did I want to mention up here? Oh yeah, Organite is really helpful. This is one that I made. I was on an Organite making spree for a while, if you were around for that. I'm currently not making these, but some people do. As you can see, they have the quartz crystal and they're wound by a copper spiral. This has to be in it for it to work, okay? Because the piezoelectric energy that we're trying to access comes from the pressure of the resin pushing on the copper on the quartz crystal, and black tourmaline has to be in there too for the piezoelectric energy. And then it's layered and it sends out an orgone field which assists you in the Kundalini stabilization. So I made a lot of those for a while. Let's see, phenylalanine and tyrosine amino acids to help influence production of dopamine. We talked about that earlier. Oh, banana peel. I wanted to go back to dopamine. It's actually the highest source of dopamine that you can get. And usually we just throw away the banana peel, but you could boil the banana peels and use the water, or you can scrape out the insides. I know it doesn't sound very yummy, but it's a very rich source of dopamine. And what else? I think that's all I'm going to cover today. I will round up. If you have specific questions, I did cover a lot. I don't want to go more than 20 minutes on this. So yeah, those are some basic things. Also sipping, this is not a Tulsi, but I do sip Tulsi a lot. Tulsi tea, very adaptogenic. It's a traditional Ayurvedic herb called Queen of the Ayurvedic Herbs, and does help your body adapt. So sipping Tulsi tea throughout the day can be really good for your whole body and your whole system. Okay, anything else? Ask your body what it needs. Ask your body what it needs. And yeah, if you have any other questions, put it down below. I'll think about the supplement thing a little bit more and see if we need to do another video. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. If this video is helpful, please like it. That would be great, and share it. That'd be even more great. If you haven't subscribed, I hope that you will, and I'll see you again tomorrow for more tips on how to manage your Kundalini awakening and life force energy. Again, remember, This is your process. It's your body. You're not going to resonate with everything I say. Please just know that I'm here trying to share some things I learned over the last 20 plus years of my awakening process, hoping that it will help you like I wish I could find back then. So blessings to you. I love you. Namaste.